So I haven't made a video like this, like just talking, in a while, and mostly because my thoughts have just been all blurred and haven't really known exactly how to like put my feelings into words and stuff. But I've been watching some people's videos of them talking, like one in particular, one in particular that just kind of made me, I was like, dang it, I'm going to make a video now about what's been going on with me too. Is Amy Blackford. Let me turn this down. Just whenever I watch her videos, and it's like she's like reading my mind, and it's like, okay, this is the situation, and this is what you can do to fix the situation. And but what's weird is that what she says I'm already trying to work on, and I actually haven't watched her videos in a while, and just started watching them again the other day. Like I said, my brain has just been crazy, and my attention span has been about that big, and ow, something in my eye. So I was just watching them, and I was like, okay, now it's my turn, I guess. I've also been watching Mr. Ashtoast and Steps for Success. Those are their YouTube usernames, and I just love the ideas they have, and the things that they have to say. Even if, well, really anybody, I like to hear what people's thoughts and opinions are. Even if I disagree with them, you know, I can understand where they're coming from and stuff. So I'm going to try not to make this too long, but it might end up being long because, like I said, I haven't made one in a while. So basically, in the process of moving to Italy, well, Sicily, and I'm in the States right now. My husband is military, and so we're moving, and because that's where we wanted to go. And while I'm really excited for it, it's also nerve-wracking. Hold on. So, sorry, guys. And the only way I can explain it is how it's a very just uncomfortable feeling, and I feel like my bones, my skeleton just wants to just rip out of, like, just bust out of my skin, and or clawing at the inside my skull, when, you know, I focus on what I need to do and other things like that. And just, as my husband said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I've never been out of the States, and so this is way out of my comfort zone. And I'm a very, very, very much so Sagittarius, as far as just about every aspect of a Sagittarius, I am that. And the biggest part of that I am is I like my comfort zone. I like to push myself out of it sometimes, but usually I don't tread too far away from it, though I know, you know, like I should. Oh, it was really hot. I hope you guys can still see. If not, I'll just remake the video. So I'm having to really step outside of my comfort zone, as far as lifestyle-wise, and it's making me feel very nervous and anxious, and I've been having more anxiety and panic attacks, and I recognize why I'm having them, though, and so usually they're quick, and I can just, you know, I breathe and they pass. So that's one thing that's been going on with me as far as emotions and stuff goes, but it's really weird. Okay, I'm gonna get personal with you guys. I guess that's what this is for. when I was younger, now looking back, when I was younger, I was very open, and, or I was crazy, insane, whatever. I saw what was really everything, you know, I felt it, the spiritual beings around, but being so young, and I was very lonely and depressed and whatever, so it really scared me. So I looked into how, you know, my mom used to read Sylvia Brown, who I'm not sure how I feel about her as a psychic or whatever. I mean, some of the things that she says as far as relating to psychic abilities goes, you know, I agree with, but a lot of people that experience or have those abilities will tell you the same thing, so I'm not really sure how I feel about her. She kind of, I don't want to say she's a fraud. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, from what I have seen, something inside me tells me, no, this is not genuine. So, but my mom used to read her books when this stuff started happening to me, and she was saying, my mom was like, your mental door, and your door to the other realms and other worlds and whatever is open, and you need to close it because, you know, not only positive spirits are coming through, but the negative ones as well, and the negative ones are really wearing down on me. I went through a period of anorexia, self-mutilation, you know, as actually I think a lot of teenagers do, especially a lot of female teenagers. I mean, all teenagers, I think, not all, but a lot of teenagers go through it, and we always think that we're the only ones going through it and that we're very alone. And so me feeling that I was very alone, I reached out to the souls of that passed on, you know, and so I closed my mind to that, and my spiritual path was just non-existent. You know, I went to church and went through the motions and all that, and always felt very uncomfortable. It's so weird because I'm very, very outgoing, but I'm so much of an introvert. Being in a room of people, most of who I don't know, even if it's after a while, I do know that makes me very uncomfortable, and just the whole church and religion thing always made me feel really uncomfortable. And well, as I got older, and then after I, you know, moved out, I wanted to find that same kind of connected feeling that I felt when I was younger, for not necessarily with the negative entities, but the positive ones, because I felt very connected to the universe and God, if you will, highest self, higher self. I'm still trying to figure it all out, and so lately, it's weird. It's so weird. Again, I mentioned Amy. She said in the last 6 months. Well, for me, it's been about the last 2 years, but in the last 6 months, it's kind of been a push-pull for things for me, as I don't even know how to phrase it, but yeah, push-pull is all I can say. And I guess it's my ego. And I was watching her videos, or one of her videos about your destiny, and it made me start thinking, or maybe it was maybe her most recent one, basically talking about the ego, and as a lot of the people who I watch, talk about, because that's what it's all about, is overcoming our ego and understanding, I think, understanding our ego and how it works. And so sometimes I feel like my ego, I'm standing at the edge of a cliff, and my ego is like, I'm going to push you, but I'm not going to let you fall. But I'm going to fucking push you. And I might let you fall. Which is again, nerve-wracking. So I've been dealing with it, but what I've been dealing with mostly is my own personal flaws, and dealing with understanding why I feel ways about, certain ways about situations and whatnot. And I've been looking really into myself, and I've been reading books about lucid dreaming. If you watched my videos from months ago, you know I'm really into lucid dreaming because as far as back as I can remember, I have always had very vivid dreams, and sometimes prophecy-like, whereas I would have this dream, a recurring dream, and then would see it portray in my actual real world time. Maybe not a dragon, but the symbolism would, shine through. And so I started reading about lucid dreaming, and just started reading about like astral projection and stuff like that, because everything I read about lucid dreaming says it goes hand in hand. I don't really know. I mean, I guess if people are writing about it, it's true. But for me, I haven't knowingly astral project. I've been practicing it. Though I have really bad snapback, like just quick as soon as I realize what is taking place, I just fall back. And so I've been trying to work through that. So that I also find, but I find that in my dreaming, it's easier for me to stay aware and stay in the dream and allow the dream to take place and face the dream. I've been working on just letting the dreams take place. Example, dream I had the other day, I took a nap during the day, and it felt really good. Like just one of those really, as soon as you lay down, just boom, you're out, which is difficult for me to do. Usually takes me a lot of time meditating or not meditating necessarily, but just sitting there listening to my own breath and trying to block out all thoughts so that I can just fall asleep. Well, this dream I had, it was like a couple characters from the show Mad Men, because I've been watching Mad Men, were in it, and I realized, okay, I'm dreaming because these characters are the same characters from the TV show that I was literally just watching before I fell asleep. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to let this play out. And at one point in the dream, a big guy was trying to hurt me or rape me. And I thought to myself, well, I can either let this just happen, but I felt threatened. And so thought, how can I get out of this situation? And he had me in a corner, and I reached over him and just thought of a knife, and whipped a knife out of his back pocket that probably wasn't even there, but because I thought of it being there, it was there, and then just stabbed him in the kidney. And there was no blood or anything like that, but he was, on the ground rolling around. And when I woke up, I thought, how cool was that I took control of that situation and didn't allow the fear, I didn't run from it. I just kind of became a little badass and was like, oh, so you want to force